Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show. Keith, while we were downtime, while I was listening to that very amazing music, I was doing some research with these two teams, and I have discovered something that is very interesting for us to consider into this matchup. So, on June 16th, which is about 2 weeks ago, we'll say, okay, 2.5 weeks ago, these two teams played each other in the We Clutch, or the We Play Clutch event, and Espada 2-0'd Nemiga, and one of the maps that they 2-0'd them on was Dust 2, 16-11 on that map, which is probably the reason why I think they've chosen Dust 2, because they have previous experiences against this roster, and they strongly feel like they can contest this team on this map. And I have a feeling they can as well. But I think my biggest concern is Mirage, but we'll worry about that when we get there. For now, it is Dust 2, and the pistol round has already begun, so we can get straight into the action, and let's get this show on the road, Keith. Buckle in.
Oh, I am buckled in and I am ready. Dust to a aim-heavy map, as I feel like I say every time. But it is really about those opening duels, about that map control, about how you win those fights as a team and individually on top of that. Can you get the support to win those fights? On rifle rounds and pistol rounds, all rounds aplenty. And just like this, Suffolk already starts well from Espada. His nade will deal significant damage. He'll bounce off that sight box. He'll throw a bit of a smoke, but he will get run over eventually. His MDS to find it, as Dexter's waiting patiently towards catch, and he will be rewarded. Yet to get to the site with bomb and start the plant is Seaside, because Dexter is just removing them one by one. He is having no problems finding these players of Nemiga. And I think Box somehow has to help Speedak. He's gotten to Car, and Dexter's just not stopping. 3 for Dexter. They spot the last player towards Car, and Box is, well, not long for this world. The spot to pick up the pistol. Dexter does work, but also props to Somfik for living and doing this damage, and living for as long as he did.
I don't know if you saw, he had like a little cool flashbang that like bounces off the box, bounces over the wall. Kind of neat. Can do it safely as well. Okay, I see you. The first round is for Espadas, and that's like a feels good moment, right? You got swept in the first map. You're coming into the second one. You're shutting off on the right foot. You got the pistol. But Nemiga, they're gonna go for the force spy key. They're gonna go for the Deagles, the CZs, the Tech 9s, a little bit of utility as well as they look for the beast right here early on. Topping's looking to defend against this. He's getting chunked down. He needs support. The flashbangs are coming out. Everybody's blind. They know that it's a beast by now. Finnegan goes for the repeat. They're all so blind, stuck inside the truck area, and Patsy is spraying through. And done.
There you go. Yeah, Patsy was top mid with an MP9 roll. All I heard was he was just tapping it away. It sounded like a phone, like a buzzer. Just going on. He was just tapping that MP9 at long range. He finally gets the 2. They make money. They'll keep the MP9s in play. M4s keep rocking. And it's just the dirty deep, not quite the brigade. Speedak will be saving for that op. Dexter's going to town with his MP9, so is Finnegan, and they're probably going to keep fighting, because money is great. Voila.
Run, go. Brrr.
Pop, pop, pop.
That was a fast one. I guess they just want to skip the formalities and come straight into this gun round with Speedak on the op on the Seaside. And of course, the Espada, they're going to go for the bonus. They have a ton, and I mean a ton of money saved up, Keith. They're in a great spot to contest this first part of this half. And right now, Nemiga are doing their kind of, I feel like their textbook approach to the map, right? Send 2 players early, pressuring somewhere. Sometimes it's long, sometimes it's upper B. This time it's upper B. Unfortunately, they get iced out by the smoke, so they can't proceed. And in the time being, MDS is starting to pressure Cat as well. Maybe not yet, but he's there. He's hiding. He does have a smoke if he wants to throw a bit of a fake execute. But here comes the re-aggression coming out here for Espada side. MDS good for 1. A shot for shot. A good trade. They lost an MP9 for an AK-47 that could be picked up. And they've established banana control key.
Ooh, all the while, Speedak trouble. Dima was a bit too wide for his breaches and will get taken care of. As Lollipop towards long doors is able to find the head of Patsy. So these MP9s, no luck, no success this round. A lot of pressure now on Dexter to find this long player. because Finnegan doesn't really know that they're coming his way. Joe is just going to walk into the site. That is probably the freest B site you'll see in a long time. Wait. Gets a little awkward. Finnegan still wins that fight. Dexter wins the long fight. Now things get weird. I'm surprised no one went with Yo. Box and Speedak were kind of waiting. If the long player wins his fight, we go there. If the speed site player wins his fight, we'll go there. But they both lose. And now they're forced to do a mid to B split with 10 seconds. Can Finnegan just kill one?
Oh.
Stop the planner. There's the one. Deagle in hand. 8 seconds. He's got them both. He'll grab the op, and Espada are beasts.
Hey, hold on. What a crazy round. 4-0 somehow in that one. I really did not think they were going to secure that round or even come close to securing that round, Keith. But somehow they pulled the lizard out of the sock. And Nemiga have been stunted. Pistols and armor once again. This is actually getting kind of worrisome for Nemiga into this first half, right? Like, the economy for Espada is beginning to get out of control. 9,000 for Dexter post-op. 4.1 for Finnegan. Patsy and over 5,000. Dima close to 2,000. So was Sofik. They're in a really good spot right now. And even if they lose rounds, as long as they hold on to 1 or 2 guns, they can kind of keep the gun round pressure up. And this round should be at least a 3 or 4 player live round, as long as it doesn't get too messy. And they've spotted several players out towards the middle right here. So they're starting to have a clear idea of what's happening in this round. The mid pressure.
Shut down real quick, isn't it? The tech out of box is the only one to find a kill. The rifles from Espada will clean it up. And I wonder what's going to be different here from Nemiga. It'll be Opless unless Speedak glass cannons. Possibility he does. It is Dust 2 after all, and he will. What would you like to see different from Nemiga? Is there anything that's glaring early? Or can they just run back to a typical rifle round again? I wonder what the move is.
Yeah, I think right now they're still resorting to that 2-player pressure, right? The 2-player pressure is kind of odd sometimes. Like, sometimes it works out, right? When Lollipop goes out long, gets a double entry like he just did right now. Sometimes that works out. But these are, you're not really playing your percentages, right? You're not really playing a consistent game, which is typically why these rounds are unfolding poorly. There's Dexter with 1. He's in a perfect position to find multiples as well. He's worried about long at the same time. He almost finds himself the second, but Box finds his head first, and Stopfake is way too wounded for that position. And Finnegan's already on the retreat back for the save, trying to hold on to their money, as well as this AK-47, and Nemiga respawn back.
Wow. Right back on the board in a confident fashion. Roy, they'll keep 4 alive. That is big for them. Espada will only keep Finnegan breathing. Now, my question is, are we going to see that aggressive response from Espada that we came to enjoy on Inferno, right? They lose a round, they immediately go aggressive. They've been playing fairly aggro. These long fights just didn't work out for them this time. I have a feeling they're going to go for that, and then maybe some. It could be a cat pinch, could be a B push. I think we're going to see something from Espada. They don't strike me as the type of team, especially on Dust 2, to be falling very whimsical and falling into a passive setup after losing a round.
Right.
I'm looking for another clash here.
Yeah, it's almost hard to predict what Dexter will do, too, with the op, right? Like, he could either play a standard or look for some sort of crazy early aggression. Either way, Nemiga are stopping. They're done with the 2-2-1s. They're going for the 1-3-1s now. They're typically the proper spread for the Seaside. I say proper, but kind of the meta, right? The most impactful, the most effective spread of numbers on the offense side. But they've lost a player already, Keith, to the totem stack in mid. Now Patsy has to defend against Lollipop. He does have the support of Dexter, who's playing game helper at the moment with flashbangs. He just uses last flashbang. He has nothing. Here comes Amiga, just slowly regrouping towards upper B. 2 players are here though, Keith. They might get Finnegan, but they expect the second player to be there. That's Dima, hiding, baiting.
Maybe. Oh, that car angle is so strong. Finnegan gets 1. Speedak Molly forward now, has to go. Finnegan is just a one-man army. Nade on top of Box. He is doing it all. 3 kills. Looking to ace. No one else has rotated over to help the Espada boys here, and can you blame them? It's the Finnegan show. 4-5, no. But there's no way Lollipop expects a second player car, and Sophic just taps away through the smoke. 6-1 Espada. Finnegan is a monster. 11-2, 151 ADR going into round 8. He is a difference maker.
We have seen Espada play so many times, but it wasn't until semis that we started really seeing Finnegan step up, right? Like, he's actually scary how activated he can feel sometimes. And Dexter gets the tag and then gets the bag by Box. Put him in a box.
Opening pick for Nemiga. Now, bomb drop. Viak trying to turn into a turtle. Put his head down and kind of do the, yeah. Try to make himself look as small as possible. But this is just the Dima and Patsy show. Kills towards mid. Lollipop has made it actually all the way through long. Up Cat to grab the bomb. So that's kind of slick. I like that. He'll get this plant in. And he's a little cautious. He may smoke Sight or smoke Cat. What's his choice? It is going to be Cat, but Espada's just going to push through this. Timing's off, and they'll catch him. They'll peek him 2-on-1. And Espada will keep it rolling, Roy. 7-1. No Nemiga stringing rounds together. But with 3,400 and 800 from a plant, you know it's probably a buy.
Yeah. Most likely. I think they have way more than enough money to get something going here. But interestingly enough, I'm looking at these statistics for Dust 2 between these two teams. And Nemiga's played this map 21 times, okay? Which is the same amount that Espada's played. So both of these teams in the last 3 months have played Dust 2 on HLTV 21 times. Espada have won half. Nemiga have only won 38%. So close to 40%. So pretty similar statistics, but slightly leaning in favor of Espada, who have probably won 10 of the 21 maps. Huh, interesting.
Well, a talk is commencing, Roy. If you're Nemiga, do you break out a set piece? Is there something you're looking for specifically? Are you hoping Dexter throws himself to the whim once more and gives you a bit of a freebie, in air quotes, right?
Yeah, I would like to see some more set pieces. I just would like to see Nemiga spread their numbers differently, to be honest. They're doing a lot of 2-2-1s, which really slows the mid-round, because if they, like, let's say the one player dies or the two people are not trading well like they did on that round, for example. They went up against Patsy, they got double killed. Now their early idea, if they even have one, is gone, right? It's like, oh, what do we have to do now? Okay, we want to regroup somewhere, but we just lost our Cat players, which means that we have 2 players upper B or 2 players long, but 1 person upper B. It takes like another 20 seconds to regroup, right? It's the reason why people aren't running 2-2-1s on this map quite often is because of how long it takes to regroup and get things going. And generally speaking, like, it's hard to contest long with 1 or 2 people. You need at least 3 or sometimes even 4 terrorists to contest long. And kind of the same idea for Cat, right? It's hard to do it with 2 people. You typically need that third person to at least give them utility. And a part of Nemiga's success from watching them so often and for so long is these guys are insane at mid-rounding and insane at maneuvering positions where they have freedom to make plays, right? And Dust 2 limits that. Dust 2 is very structural in the sense that it's very basic. Like, okay, we're going for long control, we're going for Cat control. There's not much room for individual decision-making and individual prowessness, right? It's not really a map that prefers that. It's not like Inferno where you have a lot of lurk freedom. It's not like, you know, Overpass or Mirage where, like, there's a ton of lurking freedom and timing and just general intuitive plays. This map is a lot more basic in that sense, and I think that's why they struggle on this map specifically. But that's why I want to see them go for more for the 1-3-1s or just the 3-1-1s in general. It might give them a better chance. And here we go. Box barely dodges a bullet there. And they're going for it again, Keith. They're very widespread, right? One long, one top mid, one in B, one pushing CT by himself, one holding cat. Like this feels so disjointed from Nemiga.
Yeah, even teams at lower levels, they do even double up cat, right, and get that one flash from the player in lower tunnels. They're able to double take cat, but they are being very loose, I think is a fair word for it, in how they're approaching cat and how they're attempting to maintain B control. Very lackadaisical, and Espada will take control and they'll say thank you every single time. Espada don't even have to necessarily play anyone in towards CT yet. Sophic can drop off the cat at a moment's notice and be there to help Finnegan. And that help may be needed in a moment. No flashes over from Nemiga, and Finnegan again. Finnegan again. He was able to get a 3K. Dima will worry about B. And how does Finnegan keep doing it, Roy? Time and time again. I'll tell you how. I think it's just Nemiga missing that utility, giving him those 1v1s. Great timing on the peak from Finnegan, and just lacking some spacing. Maybe they're from Nemiga, or maybe Finnegan's just such a beast.
Yeah, I think Finnegan is low-key a beast. I think we can definitely agree on that. But I think it's a bit of disjointedness happening from Nemiga, right? The same things that we've been talking about, the same key points is that they're lacking that proper flash. Maybe they're just not. Maybe have not adapted to the Dust 2 meta, right? Where teams are starting to hold down middle and contest middle, whereas before the door changes, not many people were playing in Finnegan's position there. But I want to say that's the reason. But at the same time, they played this map at least 21 times in officials, right? We don't even know how many times they played it in practice. So I'd imagine they've already adapted, but it's just disjointedness happening right now from Nemiga for sure. They're gonna go for the half buy. Hero AK for Yo. Speedak on the scout. I think Yo's name's actually Owen.
Is that how he wants it pronounced?
Owen 8.
I got straight debated. Like, oh, his name's. Oh, you want me to call him Owen? Okay. Okay. Like, I've heard you say that joke like 3 times too, and I literally fell for it.
Yes,
hard,
that's
man.
why I'm the father of dad jokes.
Tough. Oh.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Dexter. He loves those mid peaks. Oh, don't Finnegan. Trying to get the op and get out. And that's smart. I really appreciate that from Finnegan. Chucks the guns into deep CT. He'll grab his AK and just let the op be. Leaving Dima to his lonesome in towards his Bravo site. Oh, MDS. Oh! Finnegan jumping across. Yeah, I was able to do that. And, well, unless Yo's AK is able to find one, Roy. This round's looking like it's going to slip away. Speedak gone. Box may get a apparently for 4 damage, but it doesn't matter. He'll claim it. Still a really good chance from Nemiga here. Armor, some guns, an AK and lollipop now, and he's found Patsy. Yeah, this can turn real quick.
Yeah, don't forget that Yo still has the AK-47, right? And he's extremely healthy. He's almost max HP. Finnegan down to 37. Dima, he's pretty healthy as well. They're looking to retake. There's Lollipop. That's one of the guns gone. And as well as cat control being reestablished. And Box got out with the scout. That's great. That actually opens them up to do some damage here and help out Yo on site.
Ooh, on ramp. He's got the breadstick now, looking for the 2. As Finnegan is weak, he'll get up to sight. The bomb's planted top box. And he doesn't like it. Oh, no, he does not. He'll back up. He may be able to find Yo. No, he'll try to escape. Yo's going to try to chase him down towards the cat. I think they'll get there the exact same time. Finnegan will live towards cat so he can just stay there. They'll respect that decision. Then we can get 2 on their T side, Roy, and I think it's time they start stringing a couple together, don't you think?
I definitely think. I think this round is starting to slip. Or excuse me, this half is starting to slip out of their control. Finnegan is 16-2, by the way, just for an update.
That's 144 ADR. Wow.
Here we go. I feel like Espada can't get comfortable, right? That's like the worst thing you can do in this situation. Is start to get complacent. There's really no need to contest mid when they're on scouts and deagles. I mean, top mid, I should say, or T spawn from CT spawn. And just really risky and unnecessary in some ways. Double nade stack coming down for MDS, down to 41 HP. So off to a good start here for Espada in terms of map control. So they do establish long. They do punish Nemiga for taking control towards Cat, at least in terms of damage. And here comes the regroup, right? And it's starting to shape up to be a long A hit with a lurk or a timed attack from short A from MDS. Patsy's here alone. And I don't think anyone has flashes for him except Dexter, who's now made his way to Game Helpers. Okay, now he's in position to support. There's Patsy. He gets the damage. He's going to wait for the flashes. Hopefully they come in time. There they come. That's the first one. You're getting zoned. Dexter is here. The second flash coming out right here. Patsy, though, still alive in pit. Sophic finds 2. Dexter chimes in. Shut down from Espada. Nemiga could not get anything rolling there. And what a difference this map is. I can see why Espada picked this against Nemiga. They've played them against it. They're no strangers to each other's Dust 2s, but I think Espada's onto something here. They know how to pick apart Nemiga, and they're doing it perfectly.
You're really getting to see like the differences in playstyles from Inferno to Dust 2 for Espada as well as Nemiga. You're really starting to see why these are strong map picks for the teams. They both probably got one of their best maps, and the third is going to be so interesting if we get there. And that long hold last round, it is so well rehearsed from Espada with Patsy and Pit support coming over. They have done that probably hundreds, if not close to 1,000 times. It is so well done from them there. Every part of it was clinical. And Patsy staying alive is such a huge, huge thing to top it all off. Double digits on the CT side from Espada Roy. Honestly, even with the changes on Dust 2, rarely do you see double-digit halves on CT side. Right. Honestly, it doesn't happen that often. Well, out towards middle, Roy Finnegan. Does he get timing? Does he look mid at the right time? He's tucked back into his door box. And he's just going to be sitting here. They got spotted by the long player. Finnegan taken care of by Speedak. He dinks up Dima to boot. And there's the hero off Yo. Does he find more? 2, maybe 3? Yes, sirree. From Owen to Hero real quick. Yo will get the third, and it's Patsy in a 1v3. They have money, and honestly, even if he just plays, not even for the round win, just for kills, that's not bad. But Lollipop at the flank, not going to take any chances. Will line up the headshot right when Nemiga need it. They steal the round away from Espada.
They're winning these weird buy rounds more than they're winning the full gun rounds. And, well, obviously that's partly due to Yo's heroic top play. Pretty much the only firepower. Gets 3 kills out of that. Dima almost catches MDS, carelessly crossing towards middle and towards Cat. And the room for error is really low right here for Nemiga. Like, you really can't risk too much. Luckily, that last round saved you, and the eco before saved you as well. But they've had so little gun round conversions, which is a really bad sign overall in terms of indicators of success.
I would say this is probably one of those must-win ones, right? At least give it a fair try. A fair look. And they are going to be doing some smokes towards long. Corner smoke with a flash and Patsy. Will he get cleared?
Oh,
no one looks
Box,
towards him.
no.
Box will shoot his teammate in the back of the head. MDS gets naded, and oh my goodness, Roy, this is a head in the hands. This is a desk punch. This is a whatever you have to do to cope round for Nemiga. But this one hurts.
Yeah, now Finnegan's in a one and done against Yo here. I don't know if he checks this. This is really hard to predict sometimes. Especially this lane to the round where it's not flashy, but effective. A good position there from young Finnegan. And almost a team ace, but Box went ahead and stole it. Ten to 3, Keith. This is it. This is the final investment for Nemiga. If they can't secure this round, we're looking at a potential 12-3 for Espada, which would be a disaster half for Nemiga. And now Nemiga are going for the official long A early pressure. 4 men out here. They've gotten out, but they've not established pit control just yet. Molotov is there. Here comes the flashes. Now they have pit. Now they have speed axe set up for pick potential.
Ooh, there we go. Dexter taken care of. Yo, a little overzealous. I think he just was chomping at the bit and wanted to make that one pick kind of snowball. Box will do his best. Finds Patsy. Ganondorf. Can't even say the name, but that's okay. MDS has got a 1-tap in towards CT as it's Dima and Finnegan. And as Dima will get great timing on towards long and he's out without them necessarily knowing, he definitely needs to find some success. Nemiga looking to convert this one. And this is promising, Roy. Although they were kind of trying to snowball that cat pick and perhaps forcing it a bit too much, hey, they win that duel. Box gets a big opener. They're able to bait out the utility from Espada, then go after it. That looked a bit more coherent.
And that's kind of what we've wanted from them from the get-go, right? Is like stop doing these like weird 1-1-1-1-1 spreads. Those haven't worked in Dust 2 for so long. And the one time they go 5 out long, hey, it works. What a surprise. Now, luckily for Espada, I think with the saved gun from Finnegan,
Terrorists win.
it's gonna be an edgy buy. Finnegan could drop an op. Patsy could buy an M4. There it is. Finnegan does buy an op. Drops it over to Dexter, of course. Dexter goes light armor. They have AK. They have M4. They have UMP. What does Finnegan pick up? Or Finnegan gets the AK. Yeah, it's a pretty healthy buy overall for Espada. And this is for the final round. It'd be either 11-4 or 10-5. 10-5 is not bad for Nemiga, all things considered. Dexter, though, up close on short. Molotov will push Dexter back, but he's not falling all the way back. He's still looking to contest. Nice shot. MDS gone.
Oh my goodness, Dexter is a monster. He'll stay, and he'll keep going towards Catwalk. And look who's towards R&B all the while, Roy. It's, of course, Finnegan. Who else? He just makes that angle so disgusting. It is hard to find good shots for that car. Speedak in a 1v5. Dexter not having any of it. He tried to catch up to Finnegan, went 18-3, 14-5, 12-8. Look at those scores from the boys on Espada. They have been phenomenal on the CT side. And I have a big feeling it may continue here on the T side, Roy. And look at this spawn. That's kind of the god spawn for the players towards long.
Yeah, it is. This map is so weird how it's like very spawn based, but pistols are being exchanged. I imagine they're giving Dexter the P250. He's insane with the P250, by the way. I don't know if you know this, but he's actually a god with the P250. I can see why they gave it to him. But such an important round here for Nemiga on the defenses. And we got Lollipop holding from plat. Keeping eyes on long A. They, of course, have presence towards middle and his presence towards short A. So anything that happens in middle or short, there's players there to contest. Lollipop just has to keep eyes on long. Ideally, not get immediately destroyed. And he gets immediately destroyed. I'm telling you, Dexter with the P250, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what this man does to practice with the P250, but he is insane with it.
Smokes will get thrown. Espada will push. But they're kind of waiting for a flash push from anyone from Nemiga, but Yo's finding an interesting gap in the smoke. Not expecting this as Yo's in front of it. Gets the first. Great flash over. Yo's going hard. He's going to get 2 to the Glock, going for the 3rd. There it is. The man that's been consistently good from Nemiga
is back.
Is back at it. Yep.
Here we go. 11-5. First round for Nemiga that they need. The winning condition is set. First step to the winning condition. I'm not sure if I made that clear, but they still have a long way to go, Key. This is still a massive deficit. 6 rounds, Espada leads here. They're going to go for the Deagle Brigade, all 5. 5 smokes as well. This is screaming like they have a very specific idea in mind. Otherwise, they would have gotten maybe some more flashes from Lollipop. And here it is. Lollipop gets a little bit over aggressive. Patsy punishes him towards long. They've lost their long defenseman. That's going to draw another player committed there. That's going to be Speedak. Box is isolated towards short A. He's gonna have to use his Molotovs early as well. Dima gets through. He smoked off the Molotov. They're going for it, Keith. They're going straight up short A.
They're going quick. Yeah, they're gonna smoke the site. Espada finding the gap. This retake from Nemiga is gonna be a hard one. They have to get through deals and forward positioning from Espada, who can take Cat back if they want, but they're all staying towards site. Patsy top mid. Oh, even could have waited. Gangster with a deagle. There he goes. 2 for him, but here comes the M4 in Yo's hands. Hero on pistol. Will have to be a hero here on this retake. And with Finnegan finding Yo, it is just Speedak alone. He knows the last is CT. USP for bullets. Dima's dancing and Dima's got it. Espada have absolutely just walked into the bank. They've robbed it and they've walked out. Just like that.
911? Yeah, I'd like to report a robbery.
Wow.
They literally just got robbed. I want to say robbed, but at the same time, it almost felt consensual by Nemiga. Like, Lollipop being aggressive towards long. A little bit sloppy on the short defenses. I don't know, Keith. I'm not sold on Nemiga's Dust 2, to be honest. They seem to be very disjointed on this map. Very much different than their Mirage and their Infernos and their Nuke. Even their Overpass is pretty insane, too. Here we go. Espada have not put themselves in an incredibly strong position. Rifles against Deagles. Okay.
At least Fox is able to get a couple tags, right? Like, if he gets one more, maybe these Deagles can start finding something. Yo's going to be looking back barrels for a shot at something. And they've pushed up towards top long. That's so much information for... This is a very convertible round from Nemiga. Can Fox get another tag? They're close. Make it a kill. Yeah. Now they're going to try to cross. Yo's on site. Good flash over. Headshot in. And he's going to keep moving. Here comes Patsy with the Galil. Double entry, maybe? Looking for it. There it is. Patsy is so good with that Galil. And the other 2 players find the extremities.
Yo was like a few picks. If he secured that kill, that weird headshot angle fight that he had on middle of the site, that round would have been so different. But Espada, they keep impressing on this map. They keep turning around these weird scenarios into their favor, and they've now put themselves at a very comfortable lead, 13-5, staring down the barrel of a potential 14-5 right here with only USBs available for Nemiga Key. I think this one might just be over, to be honest. I don't see any sign of life on Nemiga here. Hey.
Maybe.
If they win this round, there's actually definitely a chance they win this game. Not a very high one, but better than the 14-5.
That is for sure.
That seals the deal.
Looks like, yeah. Looks like that was where we're headed. 14-5, buy-in from Nemiga. It'll be upless. It'll be weak. It'll be missing that fury, as Espada have really turned it on Dust 2, Roy. And if my memory serves, Mirage is the 3rd map. Wow. That is gonna be insane. Sotvik with the first kill of the round here, as they brute force long in a default. That takes confidence. That takes some trust. 2 players of Espada get long control, and Nemiga have no, like, nothing. They have to respect rotate. Yeah, they just got worked.
They literally applied pressure. They got the opening pick, and they there's an immediate call to fall back to the B site. If they go right now, there's literally no one here. There's not even anyone in middle, let alone the B site. There's still a ton of ground to be traveled here by Nemiga, and the timing could not be any better for Espada. Unfortunately, the aim overlooked one small detail. The smoke for the doors. They get double killed by Speedak. Now, Yo's on the flank. He takes down Dima, and they somehow find themselves in an advantageous scenario with Dexter and Finnegan isolated from each other. And look at Yo. He seems to be aware of what's happening.
Dexter,
Never mind, Dexter's too good.
Yeah, he is honestly so dialed in right now. 19-9, 21-6. The players are running over Nemiga, those two specific. Having one hell of a go. And now, MP9s and a FAMAS is all Nemiga has. They need 10 straight, Roy. Doable. Not impossible, but it has to obviously start here with a clean opening kill, not getting traded. There's a lot of variables that are in play right now. Yo, first up to bat, stuck in this corner now, and he is going to be dealt with. Clinical from Espada. And I have a feeling the rest of the round may just fall in place now, Roy.
Yeah, it's looking like a sweep here. MP9's remaining for Nemiga. No kits, not even a point of utility. Not a flash, not a nade, not a smoke, no kits. Everything is in place here for an Espada finish. MDS has to hold back against 4 players with AKs here and full utility. Is it first? Do they expect Box? Box gets 1. Box gets a 2nd. Almost a 3rd. Speedak spraying through. Does find the trades. But 12 HP versus 2 players. 50 seconds remaining on the clock, Heath. I'm not sure I fancy these odds too much here.
Yeah, not a big fan of the odds. Yeah. Definitely might have a chance, though. And it's a smart play from Finnegan to just casually wait. Speedak's gonna try to play the doors, but now he's smoked. Dexter will even grab an AK. Yeah, and Speedak's gonna try to come in from lower. There's a FAMAS for him to grab. But I don't... What, did they hear the sound? I don't think they'd hear the sound this far, so... Doesn't even pick up the FAMAS. Keeps trucking with his MP9. He'll give it a good old college try. He's made some noise now. And Finnegan's off angle may be too strong. He'll peek, and that'll be it. 16-5. That is the power of Espada, Roy, on full display.
And that's kind of what we expected of them, right? We expected that same Espada on the first map, but unfortunately, they just weren't able to convert the rounds that they needed. But they're a lot more comfortable and a lot more well-constructed on Dust 2. So I'm not surprised. I'm a little surprised by the scoreline. Like, I knew Espada, we talked about this beforehand, right? We knew that Espada could secure Dust 2. It wasn't really a problem about that. That wasn't really in question. We just never really expected the 16-5, right? Like 16-10, anything over 16-10, over 26 rounds. We kind of expect that, but a 16-5, that's a sweep. That's a dominant display. But now we're going into the real challenge, right? The Mirage, one of Nemiga's best maps, one of their most played maps as well. And Espada, while they have had some success on it, it's not really been comparable to what Nemiga has put on this map in the recent times. So that's coming up here shortly. The grand finals, the last match to decide who walks away with $7,000 USD, who walks away with $3,000 USD. I think excited is an understatement. I want to see this so bad, and we will be able to see that right after this quick break. And yeah, if you're in here right now, you're enjoying the content, you're enjoying the action, you're enjoying the CS, follow our socials, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. For now, we are going to cut to a quick break. We'll be back in a couple minutes for the final map, Mirage.